My name is Mrinal Kutteri. I'm 18 years old, and this journey has been. Now when I look back at it, it's a very unreal experience. It started in 11th grade for me, NEET specifically, and I've always had great support along the way. One thing I always like to say is that traditional methods of studying which work for other students, they don't work for me. Everyone must have heard of setting a timetable for the day. It gives some structure to your day so you can achieve all your goals. That did not work for me. I have tried it umpteen number of times really, and not once was I able to stick to it. So since then I've followed a more free form approach of studying, where I just have a target for the day and I finish it in any way I can. And I think this is where I have received the most support. Like, for such an unorthodox, and I don't put in many hours of studies either, so for such an unorthodox method of studying, it's now when I think about it, it's really crazy that I received so much support from my family, my teachers at Akash. If I think about even back in school also my method of studying was quite similar in Gitanjali Devshala. Everyone, when I think about I am so grateful for the fact that they had this much faith in me and my methods that they let me be. So, and well, it turned out well, so I am really happy about that.
So how do you feel now that you have...
It's still a little unreal, like a lot of things are happening, just flashing right by. Probably it will sink in at a later time, I don't know, but as for now I'm just really happy with the result. It was the best I could have hoped for.
So what were the challenges?
One was about the fact that I don't study like other people. My method of writing the exam is also different. I follow different order of subjects. And apart from that, of course, this is true for every student. We were hit by the COVID pandemic, right, in 2020. And that brought about such a radical shift in each person's methods of studying, of teaching. And I'm distracted very easily, especially when you're at home with a TV, a mobile phone, a laptop, and all the subscriptions I could have asked for. So with all that, I think that was my biggest hiccup, if I can say so, adjusting to staying at home and studying. I didn't become like hyper productive later on or anything, but still I was able to adapt to the situation and finally improve my focus and concentration a little bit. And for that I am glad. I can't take sole credit, of course. My teachers at Akash, my family, everyone, they helped me. But yeah, I guess that's the main challenge. This is true for all students across the country really. So I think for me also that was the biggest thing.
So who was your biggest support?
My biggest support, well, I can't really name any one person, I guess, but my grandmother, who's been teaching me since school, like all the way from nursery to 10th grade, even 11th and 12th subjective academics, she has taught me, she has helped me with my academics. My parents, my lecturers at Akash, constant source of support. And always, and I'm not just saying in terms of teaching or doubt clearance, that all teachers will do, but they were there for me, like, to provide moral support of sorts. Like, everyone has off days when they're not productive or when they couldn't write an exam well. So they were able to motivate me to keep going, not get bogged down by that. And really, I guess I can't really shout out my school. Since nursery to 10th, I was in the same school. So they have also been a very integral part of my journey. So and of course my classmates and friends at school, at college, so many people who've helped me along the way. So there's a very long list of people that I'm grateful to whom this belongs equally. So yeah, so it's been a long journey.
So what is the message you want to give to the people, to the students especially, for competitive exams?
Believe in yourself. Like, you don't have to go with the flow anywhere. Like, if someone, I remember I did this a lot, seeing toppers interviews and all, seeing how they studied, try and incorporate that into my schedule. But if I found it didn't work for me, I stopped with that. I went back to my own thing. So that's what I'd like to tell people. I am no role model myself, but one thing I'd like to say is that be courageous, be bold to experiment in everything, your method of studying, your method of writing the exam. And if you find something that works for you, you should not bother who tells you that it's wrong or that it's not what other students do. If it works for you, you stick to it. That was what I did with support of everyone, and I think that was my biggest, the biggest contributor to my success.